has a good plan for us. Jesus says to her, all right, let's see. Believe me, woman, the time is coming when you will worship the Father, neither on this mountain nor in Jerusalem. You Samaritans worship what you know not. We worship what we do know, for salvation to the Jews. Yet a time is coming, and has now come, when the true worshipers will worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For they are the kind of worshipers the Father seeks. God is spirit, and his worshipers must worship him in spirit and truth. So Jesus is setting a challenge for her here. He's saying, if you want this living water, this life that I have promised you, you got to step it up. In a lot of ways, Jesus does that for us too. See, Remy has to decide in the story, if you actually watch the movie, that he's not going to eat garbage anymore. He doesn't want to live in the garbage dump. He doesn't want to eat the garbage anymore. He can't continue to live the way he's been living. That's just how it goes. So, in a lot of ways, Jesus is challenging us the same way. He's challenging this woman. He says, I know where you've been. I know what you've done. I know who you are. You're an outsider. I'm even still talking to you, and I am challenging you to step it up. I want you to live a life worthy of this living water. You can never do anything, and he says here, God is spirit, and his worshipers must worship him in spirit and in truth. He's challenging her. Worship God with all that you are. Spirit in the Hebrew, when we talk about it in our other classes, it talks about spirit is like the full living being. Jesus is challenging her here. Spirit and truth. Give all yourself to this. I can give you this new life that maybe you've never deserved, but I can give it to you. See, because all she's used to, like Remy, is living in the dump. She's caused problems in her life, her choices. She has to go to the well by herself in the middle of the day because of her lifestyle. But because of that, she has caused herself a whole bunch of problems. But she's so used to it, she doesn't even realize that it's a problem. In the story, the rats don't care. It's food. You heard the dad, he goes, if you weren't so picky, it would be a lot better. But Remy has tried the good food, and he wants to continue to eat it. That's all he wants. Once he's had it, he doesn't want to go back to the life he had. He gives up his garbage dump, all his food, because he knows there's something better. This story, in a lot of ways, speaks to me. Because I think, in a lot of ways, we have a tendency to get used to what we do. In our house, my family is renowned for being loud. I can go into a store, and I can close my eyes and listen for them to find them. They are that loud. Even the dog is loud, and my poor father is the only quiet one in our family. I moved to college, and one of the things my dear friends, always told me was, you're so great, but bring it down a notch, okay? So for me, here's the problem. I didn't even realize I was being loud. In our family, my little sister Breezy, who's 10, it's almost like a contest. You hear my mom, who's deaf in one ear, and she talks really loud. And then you have my sister, who ups her, and she talks really loud. And then you have Breezy, who's like, I'm whispering, what are you talking about? That's just how it is in my family. But the thing is, you're in that so much, you don't even realize that you're doing that anymore. We were so loud. I moved to college, and my friends were like, you're so loud. I'm like, I'm loud? No, I'm not loud. I'm not loud. The thing was, I was so much in that I didn't even realize I was doing that anymore. In a lot of ways, this is how the woman at the well is. She's been so long in this lifestyle and this garbage, she didn't even realize there's anything better. And when she meets Jesus at the well, Jesus is like, you know what? I have something better for you. You don't even realize it, but I have something so much better, and I'm challenging you here to live your life in a way that I will be proud. Worship God with all that you are, and I will show you the living water. Jesus is basically telling her, hey, I'm the Messiah. I'm the one that they've talked about. I have come to help everyone, and I'm telling you because you need it. So here's what I want to ask today. Are there things in your life that are garbage? You know, like Remy and them? you've lived in it for so long, maybe you've slightly become desensitized. You know, you did this here and you did that there, and you know in your life you really shouldn't have those things, but you've just come so used to them. It's just kind of what it is. Are there things in your life that you're holding on to and you need that living water? So my question today is, do you need the living water? Do you need to go to Jesus and say, I need to see that better life. I need to see that. Are you giving him your entire spirit, all that you are? That's my question for you today. We'll pray real quick. Dear God, thank you for everyone. Lord, help us get rid of the garbage in our lives. Help us bring it to you, Lord, and find you and the living water that you offer us.